This is Brent doing another exercise for your back. This is a great stability progression. For those of you guys who've been doing lat pull downs for years, this is a way to take it up a notch. I'm gonna have my friend Mike Tierney from Metropolitan Fitness come out and help me demonstrate this exercise. He's gonna show you how it's done while I take you guys through some of the cues and the progressions you can use. Now, first things first, body position. Mike here is gonna be kneeling. All right, he's gonna start on both knees, and he actually has his feet dorsiflexed so that he doesn't smash his foot into plantar flexion. All right, and he's kind of sitting back on his heels. This is a very comfortable, fairly stable position, providing you don't have knee pain. Now, I'm gonna hand Mike these two cables. And you guys can probably already start to visualize where this is very similar to a lat pull down, but because of the independent cables, a little less stable. His kinetic chain checkpoints are gonna stay the same. Notice his knees are underneath his hips, he's drawn in, his shoulder blades are down and back, and his head is back. I actually have these cables set up slightly in front of his face, just like we wouldn't wanna do a lat pull down behind the head because of the compromised position it puts the shoulder. We also don't wanna put this behind the shoulder either. Besides, this is a better angle in general for scapular mechanics, as well as creating a nice line, or a line of resistance for the lats themselves. So, Mike's gonna demonstrate this exercise in a relatively stable position, sitting back on his heels first, drawing his shoulder blades down and back, and just bringing those elbows right towards his back pockets. And there you go. We have a nice bilateral cable pull down. Now, the first progression we could do is just go from our bilateral to our alternating. So now he's gonna keep both of these in his hand, but he's gonna go one at a time. Now the trick is he has to maintain his center line. So if you guys draw a little line between Mike's nose, right between his pecs, right between his knees, this shouldn't shift back and forth as he pulls this weight down unevenly. You guys will also see that it takes a lot more endurance from his shoulders, as an alternating pull down takes about twice as long as a bilateral cable pull down. So the next thing he's gonna do to increase the stability, and actually he's already done this because it's a more comfortable position for him because of knee pain he has, he's actually kind of come up to a on both knees but almost like vertical position with his body. You guys see that? So that's a little less stable position. For some people it will be more comfortable though. So go ahead and demonstrate a couple with that. Now once we get into this position, I might even take this upper body progression up another notch and go from bilateral to unilateral. This gets real tricky though. The trick isn't being able to pull down the weight. The trick is can Mike pull down the weight without leaning either away to try to counterbalance this weight, or leaning towards as he pulls like he can't stabilize himself. All right, you guys see that? Mike's actually very good at this exercise. He's been doing this exercise a while, drawn in. Let's see a couple more of those. Now I can take this up another step, get a little bit more complicated with my lower body position by going into a kneeling cable press. You're more comfortable? Okay, good. So if it's this arm that he's working on, it's gonna be the opposite leg that's forward. This creates tension in his posterior oblique subsystem, makes this a little bit more comfortable. If you guys are doing bilateral, then the leg forward doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and see a couple more reps just like that. How's that feel?
Fantastic.
All right. Let's see you switch sides. I know you've done about 20 reps on that side. Since this is a stability exercise, guys, I probably wouldn't use this in a strength training phase, and obviously wouldn't use it in a max strength training phase. We're probably looking at 12 to 20 reps here, and your focus is going to be on increasing stability and maintaining perfect form. All right, so that's 12 to 20 repetitions. You guys had the bilateral to alternating to unilateral in the upper body. We had the sitting back on the heels to sitting up on the knees to kneeling progression in the lower body. And of course, you guys can use different pieces of stability equipment to make it even more unstable. These Airex pads themselves were only used to keep comfort in his knees. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the progression. I'll talk with you soon.